Would you please help me welcome to the stage Hadley Beher and Presley Dansie, who will tell us a little bit about our second Ag Hall of Fame Ag Advisor, Charlie Dansie.
Good evening. It is an honor to be here and to introduce one of the inductees into the Pasco Chamber of Commerce Ag Hall of Fame. His career in agriculture education began in 2000 when he obtained his first agriculture teaching position at Madison School District in Rexburg, Idaho, where he taught for 11 years. These were great years, and his students had many successes competing in FFA leadership events. He even had a few students go on to become state officers in Idaho. After some time, there was a new opportunity for his family, and in 2011, he moved his family to Warden, Washington, to start a new teaching job at Warden High School. He taught in Warden for 7 years, where, again, his FFA students placed in many FFA leadership events. He now teaches at Connell High School, where he has been supported and given many opportunities to share his many talents. During his time at CHS, he has brought the Drive Your Tractor to School Day to Connell, which has been a great addition to the agriculture program at Connell. It has given the school and community another reason to come together and do great things.
He has also been able to continue to offer students an equal opportunity for success, which is what Charlie has a real passion for. He gives each student an equal opportunity to learn and participate in FFA regardless of their agricultural background. Throughout the years, I remember keeping fair animals at our home for students that wanted to show animals at the fair but lived in town. He has spent the last couple years working alongside his colleagues at Connell High School to offer the first ever CDL course in Washington State for seniors at Connell High School. Students have the opportunity to get certified in the classroom and then put in their drive time to become a certified truck driver. This sets students up for success that are wanting to transfer into the workforce right after graduation. It also gives them options and opportunities that they might not otherwise possess. Through these actions, it is clear that his students' success is a priority for him. Whether it's inside the classroom or out, any student would claim to be his favorite. When you're with him, he makes you feel like the most important person in the room. Tonight, we are proud to introduce our dad, Charlie Dansie.
I enjoy working with the students. It's probably the most enjoyable part of my profession, and I really enjoy them while I have them in class. But it is really fun to check up on them and see how they're doing after they graduate, what they're doing, and I think that's the satisfying part about being an agriculture teacher. I got started in the industry probably because of my ag teacher when I was in high school. He was always in the community, working with students. He'd come by and check projects. He really enjoyed what he did, and he was good at what he did, and I think I just kind of wanted to follow in his footsteps. When I think of Franklin County, North Franklin, it is agriculture. That's what we are. That's everything about us is agriculture. The kids that we teach every day, the majority of their parents are in the agriculture industry, and it's the breadbasket of the United States. We grow hundreds of different crops and grow them well. A way I've given back to the community would be trying to implement things that they need in industry, in agriculture industry. For example, we started a CDL program here at North Franklin School District. I think we're the maybe the second or maybe third school district in the nation to ever implement a CDL program at the high school level. I would like my legacy to be, when I'm finished teaching, that I was a teacher that made a difference.
Here to present the Ag Advisor Awards to Andy Galbraith with Ag West Farm Credit Service.
Good evening. Ag West, formerly Northwest Farm Credit, we're really proud to present tonight's Ag Advisor Award. We had the privilege of working with Charlie up with his CDL program at Connell, and it's an amazing program. There's been so much interest, and we were really fortunate just to get to know more about that program. So, Charlie, thank you for all that you've done to promote wherever you went, agriculture within our youth. It's really critical, so we appreciate all you've done.
I got some really good advice today from my dad. He said, "I've never heard a really good long speech, but I've heard a lot of really good short ones." So I got the point. When I first started teaching at Connell, I was walking through the beef barns at CBJLS, and I ran into a legend, Mr. Lyle Holt. And I introduced myself to Lyle, and Lyle gave me a little advice. He said, "If you will do a good job here, the community will support you and give you whatever you need. If you don't, you'll be short-lived." I am grateful for his advice. As it was mentioned earlier, we did start a CDL program at North Franklin School District, and it wasn't easy. It was a challenge, a real challenge. For about 5 years, it was a challenge, until our superintendent, Mr. Jacobs, got on the phone with OSPI and cleared a few things up, and we were approved, and we were able to start the CDL program. And I won't mention what he said to OSPI. I want my job tomorrow. As Lyle mentioned, if you'll do a good job, you'll have community support. So true. I received a text from the Cattlemen's Association, and they wanted to meet with myself, and they wanted me to bring some students. Crete Scott was one of them. There was Cash Haley and a couple other students, and we gave the Cattlemen's a little presentation about our CDL program and explained to them that we needed a semi-truck. And lo and behold, short period of time later, we had a semi-truck. I called Jennifer Nilsson at Valley Ag and needed a trailer. And she said, "I'll get back with you." She got back with me and said, "We got a trailer." And I go, well, how much? What are you wanting for it? If it's for the ag program, CDL program, we're donating it. I needed curriculum. It's a federal mandated run program now, and I needed certain curriculum to meet the criteria, the standards set by the federal government. And it's fairly expensive. It's $80 to $100 a seat. CHS covered the cost of that through a grant that that Jara Scott wrote. Christensen Lubricant has donated so much. They bought us hats, shirts, sweaters, whatever else we need, they're always willing to provide. We also received a nice, generous donation from Northwest Farm Credit Services. So appreciative of them. Kevin Gomez donated a bunch, very supportive of our program. There's one individual, though, that I'd really like to thank at this time. And I would not have been able to run the CDL program or even get it going without this individual. Last year when I started the program as our first year and I was nervous, I was stressed out. I wanted it to be a success. We'd fought so hard to get it. And Jara Scott did so much. Weekends, after school, worked her heart out so that this would be a success. So thank you, Jara. There are so many people that I'd like to thank, and I know I'm going to miss a few of them. My wife told me on the way here to the dinner tonight, she said, if you start naming names, you're going to be in trouble. There's so many people to thank, but I just like to name just a few more. Rob and Randy Davis have been a huge support to our program. Scott and Lori Hells have been amazing friends and supporters of our ag program. And I don't know what their secret is about raising good kids, but they do. Their kids are awesome. They have personalities and they work hard, and that's what I like. Terry and Jamie Utek have done an excellent job with the trap shooting program that they started at Connell. They spend a lot of time with the kids on the weekends, and their daughter's moved on to go to college, and Terry and Jamie still work extremely hard to make sure that those kids have a good time shooting trap. Kind of in closing here, I've been asked quite a few times, why Connell? Why do you want to teach at Connell? And there's two reasons that I want to teach at Connell. There's two reasons I did want to teach at Connell. One reason is I teach with one of the best ag teachers to ever walk into a classroom. Heidi Shattuck, you know her. She is amazing. So, incredible teacher. Justin Palmer's is great as well. But I wanted to start the CDL program, and I knew that I'd have the support from the community and what it would take to get that going. I'd like to share a real quick story that happened just the other day. Kind of humbling, but kind of proud. I had a student say, Mr. Dansie, I finished my project. I want to build something special, and it's got to be a surprise. I said, all right. There's a whole stack of lumber over there. Whatever's in those barrels, you can use it, and you build yourself something special. He goes, it's special. I got to have a good piece of lumber. I can't just use that. I said, all right. So he got a big piece of pine, and I'm like, oh, geez. All right. Well, he wrote on this wood, and he wrote best teacher. I thought, geez, how cool is that? Best teacher. That's nice. And he went to take it from the classroom, and I go, well, thank you, and he goes, it's not for you. He said, it's for your wife. And I go, why do you guys like Mrs. Dansie? And they go, well, because she demands respect and she can get you in all kinds of trouble, but she still likes you. And I thought, that's how all teachers need to do. They need to demand respect, but they need to forget and forgive and move on too. But that's just the way she is, and I'm so thankful for my wife, my family, for my parents coming up from Idaho to support me. I'm grateful for our North Franklin School District. I don't know how I am for time real quick. Is it getting heavy? Am I good? Okay. One last real quick story. And I hope I don't get fired for this. I hope I'm still have a job. But it was about the first or second year I started teaching at Connell, and we were in the shop. It was over at Winterfest. We were getting ready for the Winterfest at the parade there at Connell, and we're working with these students in the shop, and I could hear a tire squealing, like just barking and smoke coming up, and just. So I told a couple of the students, I said, go tell the idiot to leave. Like, we don't need that right now. We're trying to get. So one of them left and come back, and they go, I'm not me. You go tell him. Like, who is it? Go check. So I walked out and checked, and it was Jim Jacobs, our superintendent. And after I experienced that, the kids told me that, and I noticed it was him. I was like, you know what? This is how we roll at North Franklin School District. This is my kind of deal. I love it here. That's the kind of leadership that we have. Chest was poked out. I was so proud that a superintendent would do something like that. I'm so thankful for this opportunity to be inducted. Thankful for all of you coming. How cool is this? I'm very honored. Thank you.